to welcome my dear friend and our resource person, Dr. Sanjiv Kumar, in our today's national webinar. He is not new to us. You have interacted with him in the previous webinar on entrepreneurship development in the month of November. He is a scientist in agribusiness management division at NAM, ICAR, Hyderabad. He has authored more than 20 research publications besides authoring 2 books till date. He has so far completed 10 research projects, including 4 externally funded ones. We are really proud that he has spared time out of his extremely busy schedule to interact with our students. Sir, we are really delighted to see you again today and listen to your important lecture on time management for achieving goals. Because time is limited, it is ever running, we cannot stop time, so we have to manage it. The only way is to manage the time. So I want to share with you, sir, that a total of 100 students of BTech Data Technology are going to attend this webinar. I welcome all the participants to this webinar. Students, please listen very carefully. It will be very useful talk. You will be benefited a lot from this talk. Now I request Dr. Sanjeev to kindly deliver his talk on time management for achieving the goals. Dr. Sanjeev, please, you can share the screen now. Please start
Yeah,
your
thank you. Thank you, Daksa. Thank you,
Thank you.
Daksa, for such a wonderful introduction. So, all dear students, so all our students here, I think, I believe all students, majority from dairy science.
No, no, sir. All are students. All are students.
Okay. Good to see students. We also start thinking how we spent our life during our student age, whether we managed our time properly or not. That also we think you also have to look into whether you are managing your time properly or not. Let us see. So before going ahead with my presentation, let me ask you all one question. So have you ever thought of achieving something but couldn't achieve? Then started realizing why I failed, what all factors were responsible for not getting maybe good marks in exams or not getting a discipline of my choice, or maybe in matches, games, I could not be able to succeed. Have you ever thought of?
And any one of the student, please.
I
Any one of the student, please switch off your mic, or you can share your views. Any one of the student.
yeah, you can, no problem, Doctor. Let themselves think of this particular question what I asked.
Yes.
So again, you yourself start retrospecting rather. So was it lack of time that doesn't allow me to succeed into whatever my goal was? I believe that many of you might have felt that it is because of lack of time I couldn't achieve. Maybe lack of time, or I could not be able to utilize the time properly. So many times it happens. It happens with me. It happens with maybe Dr. Varinder Pal Singh also could have experienced. So this is the thing, how important time is. Another question is, what you feel? You all, many students could be from dairy, veterinary, agriculture. We all know are the products which we deal with are perishable, cannot last for long. Again, we can rank these items, products with respect to perishability, what we feel, which could be highly perishable. Can anyone share what is the most perishable item you have so far seen, experienced?
Students, please, you can share
No
your views.
doubt. Dairy science students will say, no, it is milk. Milk is highly perishable. It will spoil if it is not maintained at correct temperature or if not processed. So we will have to throw away if not properly stored. So, but let me tell you all friends, the highest, most perishable item is your time. Time, if you place all the things on with respect to perishability on a line, you will find time is the most perishable thing. Even a second gone is gone. That cannot be, retracted back. So that we have to see, if time is so perishable, why should waste time? We should utilize the time to the fullest. So with this background, I'll start discussing with you all about time management. We need to manage our time. If we want to live our life to the fullest, we need to manage our time for achieving the goals. Whatever goal we have, we should not say in some point of time that because of lack of time, I could not be able to achieve something. We are bombarded with so many tasks, activities. What we start doing all those activities at a time, or do we prioritize? That we need to look into. These are all things I'll be dealing with you all. If anyone is having any doubt, please post your questions in the chat box. At the end, we will discuss on those questions. So let us see some quotes are there for you all. Please see whether you all are familiar with this. I never complete my assignment on time. See, if you experience this particular situation, I'm always being interrupted by friends. Does it happen with you? I waste a lot of time in pointless gossips and political discussions. Do you do? I spend hours daily on social media or watching online videos or movie. Do you follow this? I do a lot of things but don't really feel I am making progress. Whether it happens with you, someone says, yeah, life has just begun. I want to enjoy it. So I think you all, we are 82 here. I think all 82 will agree to one or more points here. It is there. But friends, let me tell you all, time is very precious. Time is so precious that those who utilize the time, they reach the pinnacle. At the same time, it is highly perishable. So we should not waste the time. Some of the features you should see. Time, everyone has 24 hours. Whether anyone feels that the other has 48 hours in a day or 36 hours in a day, no. All have those 24 hours. Each and every one of your batch, if you see someone is getting highest marks in your batch, someone is struggling to get even pass marks, for all, time is same. For all, time is 24 hours. Other factors may vary, but not time. As I said, it is highly perishable. You cannot store time. You can store milk at your at 4 degrees C. It can be stored. It will have a better shelf life, but time cannot be. Time will pass on like anything. It will not wait for anyone. You can borrow the things, money or other books from others, but can you borrow time? No chance. There is no other valuable resource which is more criminally wasted than time. Criminally wasted than time. You won't find anything other than time which is being wasted. We all waste time in one or other way. That's why I always advise my students, you all are students, my student, please try to list the activities since you wake up in the morning till night you go to bed. Try to list what all things you did the whole day. You will come to a point, you will come to a conclusion that where you wasted your time. maximum time. Do this activity and let me know by any platform that, yeah, I wasted my time maybe by chit chatting with my friends or just scrolling my Facebook page like that. So those are the things we always do, wastage of time. Everyone is having same 24 hours. Other things, yeah, rich people could be having your Mukesh Ambani could be having, Asia's second richest person. We could be a mediocre person, but Mukesh Ambani too has 24 hours. I too have 24 hours. How is he doing? Why can't I? That is the question we need to see. Every one of us are having 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, and 52 weeks in a year. Why do some people always seem to be rushing from task to task and never finishing anything? You might have seen even in your circle, some of your friends are just rushing one activity from one activity to another activity and going on and so forth. But others you will find very in a composed way, calm way, have control of their work, everything they are accomplishing on time. Why? Why it is happening? Why is this difference? We all are endowed with same time, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, and 52 weeks in a year. Even though some are doing in hurry burry, rushing from one task to another few do in a controlled way. The reason is those who are doing in a controlled way, they are following some sort of time management. Others are not managing. Others are, we can say, not up to the mark, able to manage time. That needs to be done. That we will see. So let me share with you cockroach theory. I don't know, those who are readers might have read somewhere the cockroach theory. Google CEO Sundar Pichai, Indian born, now American. He has explained this cockroach theory once. So let me brief you what this particular theory is. Once in a restaurant, women were, a cockroach flew from somewhere and sat on a woman, on a lady. So all of a sudden, by seeing that cockroach, the lady screamed and stood and started, screaming. She was very nervous what to do by seeing that cockroach on her body. So she started jumping and all. After some time, that cockroach, she could be able to get rid of that cockroach. She could be able to get rid of that cockroach, but that was so contagious that she was, screaming in such a way that others, by seeing her, all started screaming. All ladies, all those people there. So what happened when she was jumping? The cockroach flew away from her and sat on another lady. She got rid of, but another lady started doing the same chapter, screaming, jumping, all those things. So it started relaying from one person to another. Everyone started jumping, shouting like that. After a while, the waiter who was there saw that incident going on. He came close, and then somehow cockroach came and sat on his body. So what was going on up till that was all people were jumping from one place to another to get rid of that cockroach. But the waiter, with very calm and composed behavior, he was observing the cockroach, and after some time, when he was confident that cockroach is sitting at a place, he caught that and took that out from the restaurant. So you all might be thinking that was this cockroach which was making the whole ambience, messy. If this was the case, then why not the waiter also fell into the same trap? Those few ladies were screaming. The same thing didn't happen with the waiter. So, as I said, it could be because of the cockroach, the whole ambience became like that. May not hold true here. It could be individuals' behavior and individuals' approach that might have led to that type of circumstances. Those ladies reacted in that way, but the waiter didn't. Waiter took control of the things and he took the cockroach and sent that cockroach away outside the restaurant. So you can think of how individuals change the incidents. That's why it is being said. It is not the people say, okay, because of traffic, I got late. I am finding it difficult to drive in so much traffic. So this is not the traffic which is creating that trouble in the individual. It is the individual which makes the difference. If you are quite calm and well managing the things properly, you will be able to drive your vehicle, maybe ride your bike or scooty even in traffic without much problem. So that is the theory. He said it means if you are having some task which you feel is very demanding, not sufficient time is given, no, how you approach to that task, that matters. How you respond to that one, how you are reacting to that one. If you are reacting in those ladies way, again that will disturb everyone. So some rules we need to follow. You might some of you might have been following the rules how to go for better time management. First one is identify distractions. No, these days all of us, I think most of you or maybe 100% of you could be having Facebook account, WhatsApp, maybe Instagram, and blah blah blah. So many social media accounts are there. Plus, we have now very competitively priced data. Everyone is having access to internet. So that is the one of the most biggest source of distraction these days. So that we need to identify. I feel if WhatsApp is really distracting me, I should set some time to check WhatsApp. Is it so much necessary to check WhatsApp every minute? That is wasting my time. Are those WhatsApp messages so important in my life that if I miss exactly if someone sends me a WhatsApp message at 11:25, I must check that at 11:25 or else I'll miss my bus, is it? If this is not the case, why should I spend time on checking my WhatsApp? I'll set a time, maybe after every 2 hours or 1 hour, I'll always check my WhatsApp. If anyone is having so important thing, will call me. Think of how many important messages you get through WhatsApp. Same way, how many important things you find in your Facebook or Instagram? If not, then aren't those distractions? That we need to look into. So a study from California, it found that 23 minutes and 15 seconds, this much time it takes for an individual after getting distraction to get back to the work, to get back to the task. 23 minutes, you imagine 23 minutes, close to half an hour it takes to go back to the normal. A very good, again, established theory is there that this dopamine, you all might be knowing, this is a neurotransmitter, which is feel good neurotransmitter. Whenever you feel good, dopamine is being secreted and you all feel good. So that you will start doing that one. So what happens, social media researches have been done. So what happens when you get any, say for example, XYZ, one person has posted some photograph in Facebook. Once he gets that like, he will feel happy now. Once he feels happy, is again dopamine will get secreted. That will again instigate the reward, that I should get more and more reward. So he or she will start again checking that, yeah, I'll get more of, this, what I say, likes. Like that, what will happen? He will spend more and more time on social media. And ultimately, what will happen? This will distract. Are these going to add value? If these are going to add value, it will be very less. Very less. Mind you, how much value these social media are going to. Yeah, these days we cannot, get rid of social media. We have to move with time. But judicious use of social media. I am not at all advising you to keep yourself cut off from social media. We cannot. These are indispensable in our life. But everything has some limit. So that we need to follow. Wakefit is a company, startup company, which is into mattresses, startup mattresses, headquartered at Bangalore. So Wakefit sponsored a research that was actually for, that was for how much time is how people are behaving as far as sleep is concerned. So it came up with a sleep scorecard 2019. So what it found that many people are not sleeping well. Think of whether you are sleeping, whether you are also in that category. So survey, city-wise survey, I am from Hyderabad. So Hyderabad also, we have similar kind of findings. So I took for you people for Delhi. So around 1,700 people were being surveyed. And what was found that 52% of people sleep between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. See the time, 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. 31% people sleep less than 7 hours. 80% have insomnia, sleep disorder. Next one, red colored sheep. Delete is stay up at night either watching shows on laptops or smartphones, 27%, or 20% scroll on social media feed. They are staying in night, they remain awakened by scrolling social media, and they spend time by scrolling social media, 20%. One fifth, dear friends, are like that, and 27% watching shows on laptops or smartphones. To what extent are these adding value? 90% people use their phones before going to sleep. How many of you go to sleep without checking mobile phone? Maybe in the evening you might have checked once, and evening 5, 6, after that you didn't touch your phone and went to bed. How many of you? I can challenge, I think out of 89, all 89 could be there who checks phone maybe just before going to bed. You yourself try to ask question and give answer to yourself even after waking up. How many hours, till how many hours you don't touch your phone? Are those messages so important that if you miss, you will miss something big? Will you be getting some message for your selection for higher studies in US or some global universities, or getting job from somewhere renowned company through WhatsApp, that if you miss before going to bed or immediately after waking up you will lose? If not, then why should I check? So this is the thing we need to see. Second one is organize work around your energy levels. See, all people are not having same strength. All people don't have the same qualities. Why to compare with others? If I have less, maybe I have less quantitative aptitude, I'll build upon that one. I'll work more on quantitative aptitude. What is same is time. Time is same for all. So that time I'll utilize and will try to build upon that one. I should not compare with others. Yeah, comparison will be there, it's natural. But whatever quality I am having, I'll have to accept that one and I'll have to work on improving my qualities rather than comparing with others alone only. And dear friends, for job, what employers look for, it is not only you have maximum marks in your academics. No, they look for various other things. How you are talking to your maybe interviewer, how you are behaving, what your analytical, all these skills are there, how much you have the knowledge also. So it is not the only knowledge that leads to selection or rejection of a candidate. Why not to improve other soft skills and cognitive skills? And for that, you have to utilize your time properly. A survey was done, you might have come across that in India, only 19% engineers are employable. Why? Why it came? Only 90% engineers are employable. Why not others? It means there is something lacking in the candidates which are graduating. They are lacking in all these three skills. Skills as well as knowledge, soft skill, cognitive skill, and domain knowledge. One has to improvise. So for that, again, you have to organize your work. Organize, see what your strengths, weaknesses are there, and then you have to plan accordingly. Third one is, you have so many works to do. How you prioritize? You should prioritize the activities. You should look at important activities first and try to complete those important activities. Put important things first. If you are having exams in a week, as well as you have some other work of cleaning your room or maybe purchasing some your dresses, you should prioritize which is more important, which is more critical. Critical is getting good marks in the exam. So other things can be done afterwards. It should not be that let me first go to market and buy the stuffs and then I'll go for studies. No, you have to start with the important thing first. That Elon Musk, no, General Motors, Elon Musk, CEO, he said, don't waste time on stuff that doesn't actually make things better. that you need to follow. I have one good video I would like to share with you all. Let us watch this video. You all will learn. So, so I'll run it with a bit, double speed. So it will take less time. Let us watch first. So I think you might have got the message. The least important things, if you start doing, that will eat away your precious time. If you take up the important things, critical work first, other small non-critical activities can also be accommodated in the same 24 hours of the day. So my advice will be, you prioritize the work, take up the important activities which are really going to make the things better, what Elon Musk said. Note the stuffs that doesn't make things better. Don't waste time. You will spend time and the important activities. Again, you will start telling, I don't have sufficient time because of lack of time. I could not be able to complete the assignment, all those things. Excuses will be made only after that. So follow this principle. It will help you all. Next one is prioritize the tasks. You can see, all can see here, 2 by 2 matrix. We used to have activities that can be categorized into on the basis of urgency as urgent or not urgent. Same way you can categorize your activities into important and not important. So if you plot on this 2 by 2 matrix, you will get 4 squares, these 4 cells, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to see where your tasks fall in these 4, boxes, and then you have to decide what to do, whether to do or not. Let us see if some of the activities completed immediately. Same time, those are also very important. Those are very important as well as urgent. You have got, today itself that you have to submit your assignment by today evening. That is very important and that is very urgent. Do that one immediately. Those are emergencies. Emergency, you have deadline by 5, you have to complete. You cannot avoid. Do that immediately. Do it now. You could be having some of the activities which are not that urgent, but those are important. Like your exam could be there, semester end exam could be there after 2 months or 3 months. Those are very important. Exams are very important, but those are not urgent. Those are not urgent, but important. Make schedule. Don't wait for the last minute to do that one, to take up the studies. Make schedule, plan how to go ahead, 2 months of time, schedule how you will proceed, how will you complete the course, maybe every day, alternate day, like that. You have to schedule the activities to do. Same time, you will be having some of the activities which are very urgent but not important. There could be urgent activities. Your friend said, I have to go to station, please drop me. That is very urgent for him. Is that so important for you to drop to him? He can go by auto or maybe some rickshaw or booking cab. He can go. Is that important for you to go there? If not, better delegate. Don't do. If someone else can do, please request for someone else to do. You are not going to add any value to drop your friend to station, because going one side again, one more way, you will have to take 2 rounds. If your friend books a taxi or rickshaw, he can go directly, or only one side payment will be done. Your double side time will get wasted. So if that is very urgent but not important, better delegate to someone else. Fourth quarter is your activities are not urgent and not important, like your Facebook, chattings, those things. Those are not at all important and not at all urgent. Either don't do or delete. So now friends, you all think of any activities in which cell your activity falls and accordingly do. If urgent and important, yeah, you cannot avoid, do that one. But if urgent and not important, better give to someone else. If not urgent but important, plan since beginning, or else at the end it will be difficult for you to handle. That will, you don't make those not urgent activities to to go to urgent and important. What will happen if you don't schedule not urgent activities like preparing for exams since beginning? What will happen? At the 11th hour, that will become urgent and important. Exams are important. You cannot make that important to not important, but not urgent will become urgent. If not urgent has become urgent, other things you will not be able to do. So not urgent thing should, it will be your onus is on you how to keep not urgent in the not urgent category only and not take that one to urgent one. So how to do in this matrix? All your tasks you can list out. Make list and then you yourself can identify what all are urgent and what all are important. And then you will have to see which all is most important that you can have in most priority. That way you can follow. This is one of the I hope you all have understood this particular matrix and you can follow. Yeah, Pareto's principle. This is 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule. It is applicable in many places. What it says is your 20% of efforts result into 80% of the result, gives 80% of the result. And 80% of the effort gives 20% result. So why to spend time on that 80% if you can able to identify those activities for which only 20% effort will be required? I think that will be good now. 20% of effort will give 80% result and 80% of effort on other activities will give 20% result. So try to identify those 20% activities. That will give 80% of the result. After that, you can think of how to increase to that after 80%. Next one is set your own deadline. Actually, there is one law, Parkinson's law. It says that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. If I give you an assignment to complete with a deadline of today, by end of the day, you all will start doing and you will complete. Same assignment, if I give you to complete by Saturday, you will take time till Saturday to complete. If I give 1 week time, you all will take 1 week of time to complete that task. That is the Parkinson's law. Whatever time has been given, one utilizes that complete time. So why that happens? That happens because of procrastination. We always procrastinate. Many people, yeah, I'll do afterwards. I'll do afterwards and I'll do afterwards when that not urgent activity has become urgent. For instant gratification, initially I'll enjoy, I'll not do that, I'll not take that pain, I'll try to linger so that it will reach to that 11th hour to complete the activity. Till that time, I'll try to live my life. That actually, that creates the problem. We need to look into, we should not be a procrastinator. We should utilize time from the beginning. We should not delay in getting the activities done. What happens? Let us see. Those who are non-procrastinator, they take rational decisions. I do things that make sense. I think long term. I'm not a child. Means this person is doing the activity since beginning. He is not delaying any task. He is trying to complete the task so that afterwards he will relax. This is non-procrastinator. But you will find many of us here would have this procrastinator brain. What happens? That individual is there, rational decision maker is there, but at the same time, what is the difference between this particular one non-procrastinator's brain? You can see only rational decision maker is there. Alone he is deciding, but here you are finding one instant gratification monkey with that decision maker. decision maker is rational. He is deciding, but that monkey, instant gratification monkey, is the source of all these delay. Monkey always wants to enjoy currently so that tasks pain will get delayed, but everything has deadline. So this is a perfect time to get some work done. The rational decision maker is telling, but monkey is saying instant gratification. No, I want santushti. I want to relax now. We'll do afterwards. No. And instant gratification monkey starts, enjoying that rational decision maker has got sidelined. This is happening. So what is doing? Let us watch a bunch of YouTube videos or creatures on creatures of the deep sea, and then go on a YouTube spiral that takes us through Richard Feynman talking about string theory and ends with us watching interviews with Justin Bieber's mom. All those things which are not that important, that rational decision maker has got engaged with. And then after that, we will reorganize our to-do lists, check stock prices on Amazon, split up our photo albums into smaller, like that, all those activities, except the one that was important. And what happened? What happens? And in that case, your time has gone into those non-important activities and you are left with very less time or no time. At the end, you will say, I couldn't get time to complete my activities. That we need to look into. No, we should not be procrastinators. We have to complete tasks well in advance. For that, there is one Pomodoro technique. It was actually given, this is a time management method. Francesco, the name of that person who developed this technique, time management technique is there. We all can follow this. So what it says that we need to decide on the task that we need to do. List the task, make a list, what all tasks are required to be done, and then start doing. Then second step, you have to do one by one. You have the tasks to do, prioritize, and then take up the task. Take up your mobile, set the timer for 25 minutes, and start working on the task. Whatever task is there, if reading is there or some whatever task is there, and work on the task until the timer rings, means till 25 minutes. After 25 minutes, take off, because the timer has rang, take 5 minutes of break. And again, after 5 minutes of break, resume your task. That way you continue doing. You have given a window for relaxation for 5 minutes after every 25 minutes. Continue this type of work for around 4 cycles, not hard and fast, 4 or 5 cycles, and take again 15 to 30 minutes break, bigger break. You will be able to manage your time in a better way. You will have more concentration, less distraction. Whenever your mind deviates to some other non-important activity, you will yourself say, no, after 25 minutes when the alarm will ring, that time I will see. Only 25 minutes are there. Why not to concentrate, focus on the work? That will be there, that will get developed. So Pomodoro technique says this. You can follow. Next one is take decisions and own responsibility. That's it. I say 90% of the decisions what we make, those don't matter. Success comes from identifying and focusing your energy on the 10%. 90% of the decisions are not at all important. Doesn't matter, doesn't change. Only 10% matters. Why not to identify those 10% and focus, utilize our energy on those 10%? Actually, Suji Welch, Jack Welch's wife, she wrote 10-10-10, a life transforming idea. What basically this one is, actually 10-10-10 says 10 minutes, 10 months, and 10 years. She has given a methodology for getting systematic. How you will become systematic. Life management lesson, she calls it as life management lesson. 10, 10, 10, 10 minutes, 10 months, 10 years. What it says, it starts with some question in your mind. If you have to decide on something, yeah, it will be question will come. Like you have to take decision. Whenever you have to take decision, what course I have to pursue, like that you have, this question will come. What discipline should I opt, whether I should go for a job or for higher studies, like that, these questions will come. So this 10, 10, 10, what she has propounded comes with the question. First step is question. Then comes this 10, 10, 10. It says, if question you have there, or maybe dilemma, that will also have some question. So that question you ask yourself and then start collecting data. Second stage is start collecting data. Here it is not academic things, formal thing to go for survey and collect data. No, no, no. Data collection is from your own experience, yourself, ask yourself and try to get the information. Or you can ask your friends, confidants, you will get some information so that you will get option, yeah, for higher studies, what all options are there, job, what all are there. Question is what should I do? So you will be having so many options. You can yourself generate the options, you can ask your friends, you will be having multiple options. So those many options are there, then you have to select. Third one is selection of that one. So before selecting that option, you have to look into this 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10 means you have to see out of all those options, what the option will have in 10 minutes. What the option will have, what impact the option will have in 10 months. What the impact the option will have in 10 years. Here, this 10, 10, 10, I don't take literal meaning of 10 minutes. 10 minutes means immediately. What will happen immediately if I opt for a particular discipline? Whether if I opt for job, what will happen immediately? That you have to analyze. Then 10 months. 10 months is not again hard and fast 10 months. What you can foresee, seeable future. You can foresee 10 months. One can. So that 1 year around, foresee what will happen if I go for a particular job at this point. That you have to analyze. And then after 10 years, long term decisions, what will happen down the line after 10, 15 years? What will happen if I start doing job immediately? So it will give you answer. Again, 10 minutes instant gratification if you get, but after 10 years, long term, if you are not going to have good result, whether you will be going with that option? No, no, you will not. So it will help in, that's why it is called as life transforming idea. It will help in selecting a right option. That's why you have to take decision, you yourself. Now, you might have read that these many hours one should sleep. 7 to 8 hours of sleeping is required for a healthy body, healthy mind. But let me share with you all those who succeeded in life, how many hours they sleep. How many hours they sleep. Study says 27% sleep for 7 to 8 hours. 27% for 6 to 7 hours. 14% for 4 to 5 hours. 5 to 6 hours, 32%. Only 14% people are there who are sleeping for 4 to 5 hours. All big list you can see here. Narendra Modi, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, now former President of USA, Marisa Mayer, Indira Neary, Jack Dorsey, Richard Branson, Tim Cook, Winston Churchill, Thomas Edison, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. It's all big barons. They are icons in their respective field. They sleep for 4 to 6 hours. So we should take time out of our sleep for our important works. And again, study says that morning is the best time to work on your mindset. Morning time, mind remains fresh. Instead of late night, basically student life, what happens that students, even during my student life also, people go to bed late night. I've shown now 11 to 1, 57% sleep, go to bed at 11, between 11 to 1. So that disturbs the normal physiology, biological function of the body. Early to bed and early to rise. Why this saying is so popular? Because it maintains the health. Wake up early, do your important work. If study is the important work, do in the morning. You will be able to grasp much more in the morning rather than in the night. You could see in the morning, even in earth, you will get fresh air in the morning, will be very fresh. But as the day passes by, evening, you will see air becomes polluted. Same way our mind also gets. Morning, our mind used to be fresh. We can learn much more. Gradually, towards evening, that even acceptance, receptibility gets reduced. So there is one book from this Rasmi Bansal. She has actually portrayed 25 IIM grads who didn't go for those, big fat salary jobs. Instead, they went for entrepreneurship, harsh roads, tough road, and they succeeded. Stay hungry, stay foolish. This was she interviewed 25 people and have written. Nice book, you all can read. And good sayings, gardens are not made by singing, oh, how beautiful, and sitting in the shade. No, no. Gardens, you have to soil your hand. Then you will be getting good gardens. Can see best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. You cannot plant. That's why don't plan anything for tomorrow. Start doing from today. The second best time is now. Start from today itself. Don't wait for better time to complete, to start implementing for your tasks, whatever you have. So thank you from my side. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your wonderful talk. So,
Thank
as
you.
we know, we are having only 24 hours, as you have said, sir. We are not having more than 24 hours. So, we have to manage only those 24 hours.
Yes,
So,
yes,
sir,
yes.
you narrated very good story. That is cockroach story. It was very interesting story. And,
Yeah.
sir, you have given various rules for time management. How we should identify the distractions. What are our time killers, and we have to find the solutions to those distractions. And sir, then we have covered sleep scorecard, sleep time, how much time we should sleep to be successful in life. And sir, most important thing, you have shared a YouTube video, which was very awesome. It was very impressive that we should give weightage to the important things first, and after that we should do the less important things. So if we give weightage to the important things, then we can, I think, incorporate the less important things in between that 24 hours. And sir, then you have shared the urgency importance matrix. And I think a majority of us fall in the fourth cell of that matrix. That is, we are wasting our time on less urgent and less important things, and we should spare some time from that fourth matrix and utilize in the other cells of the matrix. Thank you very much, sir. It was very important talk, sir. Before opening the house for question answers, I have my some one personal question, sir. If you don't mind,
Yeah, please, please,
sir.
please,
What
please.
what are your views about, sir? Layer time. Should we give weightage to layer time or not? Because the time is we
Yeah,
are
it
going to
has,
24 hours.
yes. Yeah, we should. It is not like we are not machine. It is not like whatever time is there, we should continuously work on. No, we
Yes,
have to divide time for each activity. We have to maintain our health as well as mind,
yes, yes.
everything. So we need to, allot some time for relaxation again. When it will happen? When it will happen? Again, I'll go back to that, 2 by 2 matrix of important and urgent. There you will find what happens. People who have important activity but not urgent, they are dragging that one to make urgent and important. That time they disturb their whole schedule. They don't get leisure time, and they will have, again, problems, maybe lifestyle diseases like that, that will crept in. So, what I want to tell, since beginning, we should prioritize the activities and we should schedule the activities. We will get leisure time every day. Every day we will be having,
Sir, I think the
but
leisure
not
time,
like,
sir, I think the leisure time changes according to the age of the person. For example, sir, we are some having some senior persons in the office and some junior persons, and whenever some task comes, the senior person immediately transfer the task to the junior person, and he enjoy the leisure time even at the work time, and whereas the junior person cannot enjoy that leisure time. So I think it changes according to age, sir.
that is there. We cannot, I cannot comment on this. These all are organizational behavior sort of things. For time management, this is beyond the scope of my,
Yes, sir.
subject. But yeah, we need to see how to deal with, how to tackle the people who are, just delegating the activities which are not of our domain.
Yes,
That we need to look into. So this will be basically how to tackle
okay.
people around you.
Yes,
That
yes.
will be a more appropriate topic we can discuss on.
Thank you, thank you. So I now
That's
request the
why we
students.
should we should start. Yeah, sir. So one point, we should make a habit of saying no also. Every time
Okay,
saying
okay.
yes
Sir,
actually
sir,
spoils us.
yes, yes, absolutely right, sir. I have the habit of always saying yes. I can't say no.
that
That's the
that
problem. That's the
that's
problem.
why other are having 24 hours, you also are having 24 hours. What is
Yes, sir,
happening?
yes,
Your 24 hour is overburdened with
yes,
activities
sir, yes,
which
sir.
others are passing on. So that is having man hours will be 48 hours, but one man is not doing for 24 hours. That 24
Yes, sir,
hour
yes, sir.
you are not getting. Time is same, but activities for 48 hours you have got for in 24 hours.
Yes, sir.
So that how to balance, that is a big challenge. You cannot
Thank
say no.
okay.
We should make a habit of saying
Yes,
no.
sir, thank you. Sir, we are having some queries from the students. Should I read it out?
Yeah, yeah, sir. Yeah, please.
First student is Diksha. Sometimes completing a task in a given deadline may affect the effectiveness or quality of the task that we performed. How can we deal with that situation?
Yeah, Diksha, very good question. So my answer would be, see, if you have got some task, if a deadline is set which is not practically possible to complete the task, then yeah, quality will be compromised. So whosoever has given the task, or you have selected a particular task, you should make it clear whether you are ready to compromise with the quality or not. If you are ready to compromise with the quality, complete the task meeting the deadline. If not, then either request the person who has given, or make your mind that I'll have to, you know, allocate more time for that particular task. Again, decision will be yours. You want quality or completing the task on time. You have to decide and act accordingly.
Yes.
Diksha, so
And
got the point or still some doubt?
Got it, sir.
Yeah, you have to see what you want. If you want quality, extend the time. But schedule, don't procrastinate. That is damaging we all of us. If I do poll, more than 70% will be procrastinator. I'm telling you. Yeah, Daxa.
sir, next question is from Kiran. Due to COVID-19, all universities are off. Students face problem related to study at home. How maintain time at home?
See, yeah, Kiran, this is again such a question you have to. What I said, time management will start from your inside. You prioritize the activity at home. You don't have any friends. Initially, I showed some of the instances where people are getting distracted because of others, your friends, maybe in hostel. At home, everything is under your control. You can prioritize your activities. Don't waste time on non-productive work. You see what all are not important as well as not urgent. Remove that one. It will start. You will start to having better time management. You will be having what your priorities are. Studying, preparing for some interviews like that could be there. Prioritize that one and do that one most of the time. You identify one more thing. Please make a list of activities you did, how you spent, not list of activities, timeline for maybe last 3 days. At what time you woke up? If you woke up at 6, so 6 to 7 what you did, 7 to 8 what you did, like that make a list. You will be able to identify those problem points, problem centers, which are really taking away your good time, and then result you will see if you follow.
So the next question is from Nikita Gaur. To manage time, we often make timetables, but if we fail to follow it, that setback often refrains us to make another plan. How to overcome this situation?
That, Nikita, I'll suggest you to go for meditation. Do meditation. Meditation is not big. Again, I'll say this is not a rocket science. Not a rocket science. You can even you go for YouTube, and meditation is just for making concentration. And when we start following timetable, this all will have to come from inside. Others cannot do. I'll say, ki, Nikita, you follow timetable from tomorrow. Your inside, Nikita will say, why should I listen to someone else? I'll not. You have that monkey inside, which is not letting you follow the timetable. Instant gratification monkey. Remove that one. Go for some sort of meditation. That will help you in concentrating in your work.
So the next question is by
Yeah.
Ashish Kumar. How to overcome the fear that I am not able to do work?
Now, building confidence again, I'll again suggest Ashish also, not Ashish only, everyone do some sort of meditation and remove this fear. Remove this fear that you are not that much competent to do any work. Remove this fear. You'll be able to do.
So the next
Bring
question,
confidence in yourself. One thing also is this is sports, other things, outdoor activities have impact on our thoughts. These all outdoor activities influence our thoughts. I don't know, Ashish, whether you are going for outdoor activities, playing football, cricket. If not, start doing. It will increase your strength, physical as well as mental. Badminton, play those physical games, outdoor games. Will I believe will change. Yeah, that's it.
Sir, the next question is from Chahat Arora. Sometimes we are suffering from personal problems and that distract us from our work. How to overcome that problem so that we can separate personal
How important
and
are
work
those personal
problem, how to manage
problems,
stress of work.
Chahat? How important are those personal problems? Are those so important that we need to pay attention to those personal problems? If it is there, I'll say ki try to get rid of those personal problems first. If not that important, please ignore. Personal problems will always be there in the life. There is not even a single day where an individual will say that I don't have any problem. Very difficult, rarest of rare. So if really personal problem is so important, try to get rid of that, or else that will, spoil slowly your whole life. Or else not that important, ignore. Concentrate on your professional front. Again, follow that, matrix.
Sir, I think there is no more question. All the questions, queries have been resolved satisfactorily. Thank you very much, sir. Now, I